Hi guys, I want to make a short video about FedEx, which in my opinion is one of the most stable and boring investments you can do today. Not financial advice, uh, but if we actually look at the company, we're looking at a very basic business model. They have a bit of a diversity in their revenue, and thanks to e-commerce, they're basically growing slowly by 8 to 12% a year in EPS. If we look at basic EPS, so is recovering from, oh yeah, of course 2021 was a peak because of COVID. Everyone was staying at home, but we had a nice recovery, and I actually think the business is operating very well. It has decent gross margins. Everything is decent about it. It's not like amazing, but if you want a boring investment that can yield you around 20% in the next 3 years, like every year 20%, or if you're fortunate enough that it just rushes up, this could potentially be a decent investment. This is not the next Nvidia or anything crazy like that. This is just a boring investment. Plenty of cash and equivalent, 5.5 billion. Okay. Assets versus liabilities. We look at shareholder equity, it's going up, which is what we want. Nothing really that interesting, but ratios. And this is something I always want when I look for a boring high quality company, is to look for a free cash flow yield above or at least around 5%. So if you look at the free cash flow yield, it's above 5%, and that's the sweet spot I like to buy these kind of businesses. If I want to buy a lower quality business, I normally look in between 8 to 12%. But this is a more stable business. It's not going anywhere. So this is probably one of the safest investments you can make today. I'm actually not going to buy at this price. I'm going to show you simply. Oh, now it gets very dark here. Wait. Yes. Very simply, it has a nice support with order blocks at around 216, 215. And my bet is that this will hold. So if you watched previous videos, I'll go over my old investments a bit as well. If this holds, is gonna be support, and it's gonna go back. It's simple logic. So yeah, I'm looking at 215, 216, around that area to start my position, go big in this area, and then put a stop loss right below, like at 210 or something like that. So if it breaks, I'm out. I lost 3%, 2%. Okay, it's not the end of the world. And I'll just wait if it's gonna make a new support, maybe down here somewhere. So yeah, that's basically my buy-in plan for this one. So if we look at the earnings estimates, we see how it's very low, but it's actually, analysts are actually making the case that they're gonna ramp up, and it's trading below the estimates. So from a earnings point of view, it still looks like a good deal. Of course, it can become cheaper. Like I said, if this doesn't hold, I would look at a lower entry point and get out before it falls even more. So if we look at a normal adjusted for normal, then we get a similar picture of it being undervalued. And this is a bear case scenario, like the lowest possible outcome is around 16% a year, 53% in total in three years. And basically, if you go on earnings, you're looking at about 20%. So you're making like 50 to 60% in 3 years in a boring investment, which I think is fine. My goal is basically 20 years from now, I want to make 10 million. And to do that, I need to generate at least 13% a year. 13, 1 3. So 20% a year. I'll even beat it with FedEx, okay? So I see this as a very simple, safe investment. Of course, it can become cheaper. So let's look at Evo. I haven't logged into my bank, so I can't actually show it. Maybe I can show it for the camera. I don't know. Wait a moment. Can you see? Yeah, that's basically how evolution is going for me. I lost about 3% when I did the same strategy for evolution, and it dipped. So uh, I'll actually show here. It was a support around here somewhere, 700, 716 maybe, I don't really remember. But I had a stop loss here, and I lost 3%, and it fell. A lot of people gave me hate that I sold because I put all of my money in. But I also had like a buy order as soon as it went above the support. I would go back in. So that means I would be buying into the strength of the chart, so to say. So since then, I basically made 75% in this. How do you say? This. I'm not a short guy, okay? In this period, yeah. As you see, I'm not really a short guy. I'm more fundamentals that way. But I do recommend that everyone focuses on how they get into their investments, especially if you're going to do it with a lot of your money, which I'm doing. I'm not going 1%, 2%. I'm going 100%, 50%, 30% of my portfolio every time. So it matters if a stock goes down 10% or 30% for me. I want it to go up because you don't make money when something falls. Simple logic, guys. Okay. So this is my last investment, and I made 27% so far. But you see, I made a line up here, which simply is this point. And I think we're gonna be ending up around 1,200 before we get well, we can pull back here, but I think this will break because this management is on fire at the moment. They're doing a lot of good things. So I actually think the long term is gonna be very good for evolution. And I'm just gonna sit back, enjoy the ride. If it turns back down, I will probably not sell. Okay? Because I got a good entry price. and I'm probably gonna end up holding this for at least 5 years, maybe 10. We will see. Um, unless management does something that I don't like, then I'm gonna leave. Okay, simple as that. As long as the company is well run and they are aligned with what I want, I'm gonna stay. And my future prediction for Evolution is 10 years from now is gonna be around 2.6 to 3,000 a share. Okay, that's my future prediction. Say whatever you want in the comment about that. It's just like I like to do future predictions for myself, uh, but really, price doesn't really matter until it actually happens. So, yeah. But I'm really happy with Evolution, and I'm going to hold them for a long time. And for everyone that actually watched my video and took my advice, if you want to call it that, but it's not financial advice, remember? Well, you're probably well off now. Yeah. 27% in a company that has great fundamentals and potentially a good future. You just have to sit back and relax. So, yeah, I want to say thank you for the people watching. I basically done everything I need this year with my return. I could I could go AFK now, which I'm gonna do. So yeah, I might post some videos about AMD. People don't seem to understand too much about it. Yeah, bye.